What's up, everyone? I'm Steve Mele. This is James Dundon. Welcome to another episode of the Shoot Society.
All right, we're back.
What happened?
You got dressed for the occasion. No? Too much? I think it's appropriate.
It said casual.
Dude, it's a festive. You're not liking my sweater?
I mean, I said Christmas episode, but this is...
Took it to another level. Wanted to make sure I please the audience.
All right, James. Today we're going to talk about putting in an offer.
Sounds good.
These can get very complicated or very simple, depending how much the buyer wants the house. So hopefully we give some good insight for the holiday season here with our Christmas episode.
So we'll get people prepared for the new year as well, possibly looking to move, buy, and or sell.
So there are different ways to construct an offer to make you stand out among the other buyers. Let's say a best and final.
Okay.
So with a best and final, and I'm sure a lot of the viewers maybe have gone through this, so you have to give your best offer one shot and then they just choose. There's no such thing as a bidding war. It's actually frowned upon and kind of illegal in the real estate world where, I can't call you James and say, hey, I got 500,000. Can you give me 510? Like that stuff really doesn't happen, and if it does, it's wrong. So let's get into the steps of placing an offer. So the first tip for buyers is if the house is new on the market, you can't go under asking price.
Especially right now. It's a hot market still. A lot of people are still overwhelmed, maybe too. You see a lot of things in contract, a lot of things quickly come on the market, they're off within 3 days. Something goes up on a Friday, usually by Monday. It has an offer that they do a public open house, even more. You're gonna get a lot of people going to see the property and a lot of people interested.
Yeah, so especially in the best and final situation, just give what they're asking or more. I always tell people, you have to offer what you feel comfortable with. I'm not going to tell you to, you have to do 30,000 over asking price. I'll give you my opinion of, what the comps are going for in that area and what I think you should offer. But in the end, it's your choice. We're not mind readers. We just go based off statistics and what is selling in the area. So that's the first thing, is give asking or above in a best and final situation. Yeah. I think tip number 2 is the more the down payment, the better. And I know what people are thinking, and people tell me all the time, 3.5% down and 20% down, the sellers are still going to get the money, the dollar amount that you agreed to. It doesn't matter what you're putting down. 500,000 with 3.5% or 20%, they're still getting 500,000. But psychologically and in terms of competition with other buyers, it just looks better on paper. It shows that you're not taking as much of a loan from the bank as the person with the 3.5% down. Hence making the sellers feel more comfortable with that. They're seeing that you probably have a better credit score or that you're more financially stable. So they think it's better to see 20%. Yeah. Do we usually get buyers that don't have 20%? Yeah. Sometimes it works out. Sometimes I get houses for my clients with 5% down, 3.5% down in best and final situations. But what I suggest to those buyers are, if you're putting a lower down payment down, to go up in price, to give them an incentive to choose you and to get their attention.
I feel like a lot of buyers sometimes don't know. I know I had this question asked a couple of times. For the down payment, if they wanted to put 20% down, let's just say in a scenario, they can divide it up too and put the 10% down at signing and then 10% down at closing. Right?
Yeah, you can structure it any way you want. You can do 5 at signing and then 15 at closing.
Just because I feel like it's a lot tougher throwing big numbers at people and then thinking, it might halt maybe someone's decision to put a full 20% down if they think in their head they have to put that huge lump sum just at signing contract. And you're waiting 2 months until closing, and it's that uncertainty feeling maybe of just...
I think the lower the down payment, the more you have to put down at signing. The higher the down payment, the less you have to put down.
Yeah. Averagely, what would you say you've seen for just average now, especially with this market too? If someone was to divide it, what's kind of the percentage they put down at signing?
So they do, if you're doing 20%, for an example, they'll do 10% at signing, and then they'll bring 10% to the closing, the day you get the house, which, you know, the banks are gonna wanna see that in your bank account beforehand, but it gives you a little bit more time to save some money and prepare yourself for the closing.
Extra closing costs.
So step number 3 to putting in a strong offer is look for a counter offer. You know, not in a best and final situation. If it's a house that's been sitting on the market for a while, I wouldn't go necessarily at asking, depending how long it's been sitting on the market, but at least give a respectable offer to get a counter back.
Sure.
You know, at that point, whether it's sitting on the market 30, 40, 50 days, they're gonna want to see offers at that point. So any counter you get back is a good sign.
I always advise my clients to be ready for that counter where they're gonna probably want to meet you in the middle, or a little bit lean still towards asking, just so they're comfortable and they know what could happen when we get that response back from the sellers.
And the last step to putting in a strong offer is having your ducks in a row in terms of your lawyer, your inspectors, the loan officer is ready to go and start his process. I think a lot of sellers, agents, when they have a lot of offers that are close, they like to hear that the inspection is going to be next day or within 2 days. They already have the lawyer information, so that they can just send out contracts with the contingencies in there. You know, having the contingencies very clear, so that everyone understands, and there's not going to be a lot of going back and forth to delay the process. So that would be step number 4, is having your inspectors, lawyers, and everybody ready to go in case you get that accepted offer.
At the end of the day, you just want to be as ready as you can be. Steve's laughing at me because of my sweater, but it's okay. We all know he likes it. He just forgot his at
He's
home.
always out dressing me. It's like
I just try to impress the
I
fans.
put on a collared shirt today. You go tie, Christmas sweater. Well, I like the hat. You are my helper.
We never know where we're going to end up. You always got to be ready to go. To leave right now, I could look like a very festive agent right now doing showings, or professional.
Join us next week for another episode of the Shoot Society. We're going to Mickey Spillane's where we're going to have a nice Irish coffee. Maybe take the edge off when we shoot an episode.
I like it. Thank you everyone for tuning in on this episode of the Shoot Society. Me and Steve are very ready for the holidays, and we hope you and your family enjoy. Happy holidays.